good morning, almost afternoon here at Fitness Culture. It is 12:05. A little bit different video. We're gonna be working out. We got arms, core, and then we have some conditioning. I am doing the everyday athlete, but things have changed from a macro standpoint. And using the Fitness Culture app, I've put in my new goals based on the everyday athlete. So my activity level's gone up. My overall activity level's gone up. My goal at 6'1", 205 pounds and 10% body fat is going to be to gain about a pound per week for the next 5 to 8 weeks. When it comes to hitting my goals and being the best version of myself, I know that if I want to get where I want to be, I have to have a plan of getting there. And I will say, when we look at macros, it really is an average for the week. That's what's most important. Now, you don't want to be at 136 grams of protein one day and then try to make up for it. That's not what I'm saying. But things will ebb and flow, and it needs to be the average. So right now, protein, I know I've set it at 250. Now, I've set it at that, realizing if I get 230, I'm okay. But I've built that 250 in there as like, hey, that's the goal. So if I get 230, I'm still happy with that. Carbs, 450, and fats. Now, this was all done in our Fitness Culture app. I went through, I put in my height, my weight, my body fat, my activity level. That's a big thing when we start talking about our resting metabolic rate. That's gonna be based upon our age, our metabolism. Since we're doing a lot more training, going to have to increase things. And now this is gonna be a rough estimate. Now, as you can see here, I've put 4, 4, and 9, meaning that's how many calories are in 1 gram of fat. 4 calories in every 1 gram of carbs, 4 calories for every 1 gram of protein. So this here has given my calories, well, if we do the math, this comes out to 3,700 calories. Now, right now, I think I'm probably averaging 27 to 32, maybe on the weekends when I let it go. So if I can average 3,700 calories, I figured that I might gain 2 pounds this first week, but some of that's gonna be water. When you introduce a lot more carbohydrates, that's gonna attract water as well. So, I might gain 2 to 3 pounds this first week, but it's not gonna all be actual weight. A lot of it's water. And then I'm going to, after, until I hit a plateau and I'm not gaining any more weight, then I'll have to increase it. Then I'll have to increase it, especially as we ramp up our cardiovascular capacity, our workload as we get closer to this Hyrox, that's gonna go up. So when I look at 3,700 calories, let's just break this down. Let's just say I have 5 meals. We'll really call it 3 meals and 2 snacks. That's 50 grams of protein per meal. So when we start talking about every meal, breakfast needs to have 50. Pre-workout shake needs to have 50. My evening snack needs to have 50. So I'll probably work in at least 2 shakes. And when I say 2 shakes, like my pre-workout shake will probably have close to 40 grams of protein, just in protein. Then I'll have some oats that'll have some carryover protein. And then at night, my Ninja creamy smoothie is going to be what I'm going to. I'm also using some of the recipes from the Fitness Culture app. You guys can check those out here. We'll actually include that free PDF in this video. When you watch this video, you can click the link and get some recipes from the Fitness Culture app that we've included in our challenges and things like that. We're gonna give those to you guys. Carbohydrates, obviously 450 times 4. We do the math on that. That comes out to 1,800 calories. So we got 90, we'll say 90 to 100 grams per meal, because my last meal of the day, I don't want it to contain that much carbs. I'm gonna probably have closer to 120 grams pre and post workout. And then when we look at fats, boom, we got 100 divided by 5. When we look at that, that's gonna be 20 grams of fat. I love eating salmon or steak for the last meal of the day. I feel my best when I have single ingredient foods, have enough broccoli and whatnot, having enough fiber. Now, fiber is important. It is a carbohydrate, but we don't digest it the same. So I'll be shooting for around 40 to 50 grams of fiber every single day. Now, the reason that's important is for digestion. It's important for satiety, staying full in between if you are cutting. If you're an athlete, you need carbohydrates. Unless you've really been able to utilize fats as your fuel source, which is hard to do. That's called ketosis. I've never been big on that. I like my carb cycling. So even though I have 450 grams here, on days that we have more workload, so a big leg session or a big run, I'll probably increase my carbohydrates to 500. On my day off, completely off, if I'm not training at all, I'll probably decrease that number to around 300. This is carb cycling, and what it's allowing us to do also You know, if we were actually getting leaner on this, having refeeds and increasing our carbs, you know, we call it cheat meals, but really what should be used is refeeds, and it shouldn't be just going off the rails and eating whatever we want. As we're getting leaner, we want refeed days to help reset leptin levels and help our metabolism stay functional. But anyhow, that's the macros. I'm gonna get my pre-workout shake, and today is an arms and core day before we hit our Metcon, essentially, which we're gonna go outside for because it's almost 70 degrees and I wanna get a suntan. Let's go. We're bringing our fitness outside today. It's just warm enough. The wind is making things cold, but it's just warm enough. We're doing our Metcon outside. So we have the stairs. It'll take about 2 to 3 minutes to get up. Once we get to the top, we have equipment from the gym. We got wall ball slams, we got Bulgarian split squats, kettlebell swings, and then some core. So we have 4 rounds of this. Gonna take anywhere from 20 to 25 minutes, but the idea is to keep moving. We only wanna rest 30 seconds. 30 seconds to a minute. We're gonna see how it goes. But first things first, warming up. Whenever I'm doing any kind of running, we're gonna make sure the hips are warmed up and the legs are warmed up. So we're gonna jump into that right now. You even get a little, oh, did you hear that? I'm not sure you could hear it. 4 rounds coming up the stairs, 30 seconds to a minute, rest. So we're gonna jump right into it. 330 steps. We're gonna see how fast we do this one. Just wanna try to keep it nice and easy. Ready, girls? Damn, man.
Life is a true adventure, never been boring, keep God at the center. Feel that rush in my bone, living spontaneous from Jan to December. Different direction, I don't need no compass, all about the moments to remember.
Oh, it was easy until about halfway, and then all of a sudden the lactic acid hit. Much the same to a Hyrox, I'm sure, so we're gonna have to get good at pacing. We're staying together because we're gonna have to during the race. Oh man, having big legs, no bueno. It's harder for me, like I either wanna run them or walk them. There's no in between for me. That was way harder the second one. I don't know what it was. Lactic acid. The first time I was cruising. Second time, I think I'm good if I'm running until I'm not, obviously. I think walking blows my legs up more than jogging. Now we got kettlebells, farmer's carry, wall balls, tricep dips, and bicep curls. So I'm gonna go kettlebell first. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1. None of these freaks won't let me out. God damn what it did to me. I'm seeing a lot as an animal now. I don't know the day, but I'm wide awake. So let's get loud. How you going? For these? Everything's, about threw up. Things a lot harder when you do running stairs in between, which, while we're here, ooh, buddy. Honestly, 15 arm curls with 20 shouldn't be heavy, but it's just this overall fatigue that sets in. All right, guys. I think if I learned anything from this, it's I can't come out of the gate super hot. Got to learn how to pace myself, which is going to be important in Hyrox too. Just, I like to come out, oh, I'm feeling good. So I push it. And then by that second round, I'm gassed. So gonna have to just keep working the endurance and then learn how to pace. So we're gonna go back to the gym right now, hit some arms and core, and try to hit some recovery too. So it'll be a ice bath, sauna kind of night. Hey, how's our baby girl?
Happy as a Larry, honestly.
She did well then?
That's an hour and a half now.
No, you're gonna FaceTime me. All right. Oh, hi, pretty girl. Hi, pretty girl. Don't take your boob out, babe. We're on we're filming, just so you know. I know your boob's not out, but always a little bit scary when you think it's just me. Hi, sweet girl. Dad loves you. Yeah. I'll be home after my workout. Love you. That is why we work out these days. It's like, I want to be around for my kiddo. And I just don't want to be around. I want to be able to beat them in a foot race until they're 40, which would mean I'm 80. Better be a fast 80-year-old. Today, first exercise is going to be strict toes to bar. You've seen these before. Biggest thing here, I can cheat, start swinging. We're not swinging at all. Touch, back down. Next up, we got bar rotations. So this is really going to be about stabilizing our core, keeping a nice tight core. As we rotate, we're keeping the waist, we're keeping our abs facing straight while our shoulders Next up, we got a landmine rotation punch. So we're gonna set up away from the rack. We're gonna grab the bar up here. From here, this is an explosive movement. So our weight's gonna be on this front foot. As we pull up and turn, we're rotating our weight from our right side to our left side and punching through. So we'll be extended at the top here. It's gonna be really, obviously generating a lot of force with the core, but also being able to open up the hips. All right, guys, we've come to the dessert portion of the day. So glad we have our arm circuit. Arms with a little bit of shoulders, and with shoulders, I mean, we got face pulls and we have shrugs. So the first trisets, barbell curl, 4 seconds eccentric, 3 sets of 6, supersetted with tricep dumbbell extension, skull crushers, 3 sets of 6, 4 count eccentric, and then a face pull, just normal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Eccentrics, man. Easy peasy. 8, 9, of exercising. We're gonna finish up with the tricep. Hammer curls, 12, 10, 8. Rope pushdowns, 12, 10, 8. And dumbbell shrugs, 12, 10, 8. So gonna go a little bit heavier on these hammer curls. Still light enough to get 12 reps. Got our 12 reps here. Definitely need to eat more. We throw up those macros. It's gonna be my job now to make that happen. 5 meals, 50 grams of protein. 5 meals, at least 90 grams of carbs. 5 meals, at least 20 grams of protein, or fat, except for pre and post workout. Probably worth mentioning. Typically, I do cardio after my weights. I don't recommend always doing your cardio before, but today we wanted to get outside when it was warmest. Also when Morgan had the time. She's at home with the baby now, allowing me to get a sick pump, so appreciate you, babe. All right, shrugs, and then we're done.
I'm not your enemy. There's something you wanna be.
Done and dusted. Not gonna lie, I'm feeling lightheaded. I think it's just a lot of work done. Time to get some post-workout nutrition. Tomorrow we'll be back, full body, plus some conditioning. Appreciate you guys following this. If you're ever in St. George, go check out those stairs because they were an ass kicker.